Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to the channel. And today we got a food bank haul and holy moly, it's a ginormous one. So let's get into it and let's see what I got. Hi, my name is Carolina and I live in Montana. This is our local food bank. We're allowed to go once a week for my family of 5. Utilizing the food bank really helps me stretch my monthly grocery budget and help provide for my 3 kids. We are a homeschooling, homesteading family. We're renting. I do YouTube on the side. My husband is a full-time mechanic. So we're busy and we're just trying to continue this life and be able to get ahead. And utilizing our food bank really helps do that. So if that's something that you're struggling with, I hope you would consider utilizing your local food bank as well. I do have some resources listed below if you need a place to start. So let's get in here, let's see what I got at my local food bank this week. Before we get too far into the video, please make sure to give me a like, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Every like, comment, and share, it really helps support my channel. Thank you so much, guys. All right, let's get into it and let's see what I got. So first things first, you see I got this giant gourd or pumpkin. I don't even know what this is. So I'm gonna cut this open and we'll see what it tastes like. I have my oven on today, so we might as well throw some stuff in, roast it. Ugh, we'll see what we're dealing with. Holy moly, that's a good exercise though. He, ho, he, ho. So every family got to take one of those pumpkins home as well as on top of their normal grocery. So with my family of 5, we usually get a full bag of produce. So this is my chosen bag. I had Mr. Conrad there helping me, so he picked out a couple of tomatoes. We got some really gorgeous green bell peppers here and one, oh my gosh. Hold on, I got it. One ginormous sweet potato. So holy moly, this would take a long time to bake, so I think the best way to tackle this would be to peel it, dice it up, use it as a sweet potato cube, bake it or something. So I had a couple of these and just big as my head. So I grabbed one of the sweet potatoes, and then they had tons of cranberries. There's no limit on cranberries. So I grabbed 3 of these 2-pound bags. I love cranberries, especially fresh cranberries. I did not get any this year, so this was nice to be able to get some from the food bank. It has a holiday cranberry sauce back here, cranberry coconut macaroons. That sounds good. So I have 3 bags of these, so I am looking for cranberry ideas in the list below. If it's a canning recipe, that would be fantastic. I do have some cranberry sauce already, so maybe something a little different. I think I might do some baking with this though, because cranberries go great for Christmas time. So we'll come up with some kind of Christmas dessert to make with these. Otherwise, I'm just going to be throwing them into the freezer. I guess I could freeze dry them. What do you think? Has anybody ever freeze dried cranberries before? I bet that would be fun. Whew, those would be tart. But we might give that a try with one of them. Why not? And then for dairy, we got 2 half-gallons of 1% milk. They had one thing of extra milk you could get, or they had fat-free half and half, which I skipped and got the regular half and half. This would be perfect for making pastas. Just one little thing like this can make a really creamy pasta for your family for dinner, and it's fantastic. And then they had, for extra area, they had some Hershey's chocolate, which is perfect because we've been wanting to make some s'mores. So this is perfect for that time of year. We had a thing of salsa, 2 cans of these of veggies, all 7-in-1 mixed veggies. These look really good. They're good to add for soups or just to use this as a base for a pot pie. As I was saying that, I saw the recipe on the back. So I grabbed 2 cans of these. And then for the extra dairy area, they had this buffalo style sauce, which it kind of almost looks like cream cheese in there because it has like spots of white in there, if you can see that. So I don't know, this would be fun to turn into maybe like a macaroni, like a buffalo chicken macaroni, but this would be like the sauce. Ooh, that would be good. So I grabbed 1 bag of that. Haven't seen that there before. And then they had a container of, this just says contains milk. It doesn't say what kind of cheese this is, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this is Parmesan cheese. So I got a great bag, big bag here of Parmesan cheese. This could easily be frozen just fine. I guess I could freeze dry this as well and make like a powder. I'm not sure. I'm happy to receive this big thing of Parmesan cheese though, because Parmesan cheese can be quite expensive and it adds so much flavor to pasta dishes. So I grabbed that. And then for the frozen section, I grabbed 1 bag. This almost looks like pizza sausage, right? Like, you know, those little square pizzas that used to be like $1. Now they're like $2.25. You know, they start with a T. But this looks like little bits of either sausage or hamburger that goes on pizzas. So that was one of my meats that I grabbed, was this pizza topping. And then they had ribeye steak. This is organic beef ribeye steak, grass-fed. This is almost 1 full pound. Look at how thick that is. Guess how much this costs below. I'm just gonna tell you, it's $26.99 a pound, so that makes this steak $26 for one steak. Wow. I love ribeye steaks though. I'm probably gonna cook this for me one night when I'm making burgers for the kids or something. I might thaw this and just make me a steak. And you know, it's not very often you get an organic or grass-fed one. So this is gonna be a nice treat for me. And then for the sweet treats, we picked out some zebra cakes. Conrad picked these out. We've actually don't really buy Little Debbie's very often. So they haven't had a zebra cake before. You guys have seen it. It's kind of like anybody who's not in the States, do you guys have these where you are, Little Debbie stuff? This is $5 for this, but it's the big cakes. It's just kind of like a vanilla cake with the frosting. I mean, they're okay. It's like the top coat your mouth with trans fats, you know. But that'd be a nice incentive for the children. So we got that for them, as well as they had a bunch of these little bites. So we grabbed a container of that. And now onto the breads. Always lots of breads, you know. So I grabbed another brioche, makes perfect for French toast. They had 2 things of pumpkin spice bagels, which are my favorite. So I'm gonna chuck one of these in the freezer and then we'll probably eat one this week. Enjoy the pumpkin spice while we can. And otherwise we gotta wait till next year. And then they had a 12 green sandwich bread, which I thought would be really good for some turkey sandwiches. And then they had lots of these 2 packs of country French pack. So I picked up one of these. Last time I cut these in half and made these into like garlic bread for my freezer, and they turned out really good, so I might do that again. Another one of my frozen choices that I got on my haul was this bag of mystery deli ends that we got from whenever the hot bar closes, they pack everything in one. So this says it has pizza pocket, corn dogs, crispy chicken, beef burritos. So we're gonna crack this open and we're gonna have this for lunch. So let's get this over here and let's see what's in it. Wow, okay. So this looks like some pizza pockets here. Here's some burritos, taquitos. These corn dogs look pretty bad. I don't think I'm gonna keep these 2. This doesn't look too bad. Let's get this all heated up. I'm gonna throw this in my 400-degree oven. This is all frozen, and we'll let this cook up and we'll see how it tastes. All right, it just came out of the oven. Everything looks pretty good. So we are going to cut these up and split them up between the kids. So we'll see how they like them. If not, then we'll come up with something else. All right, I got this all cut up. This looks like a sausage pizza roll. Some kind of fried food. They got ranch dip it in, some home canned carrots, and some home canned fruit cocktail. So this is what the kids are having for lunch. Wow. And that's everything that I got on my food bank haul. However, I did also go to the volunteer shelf. So let me show you what I got from there. On the volunteer shelf, they had a lot of these number 10 cans of dry goods. There's rice in this one. And they had several oats, they had dried milk, they had hot cocoa. So it looked like someone, this is Best By 09. So it looked like someone had these as an emergency storage backup and then just never used them. So they ended up donating them to the food bank. And I'm gonna tell you that this food is still good, even though the Best By date is by 09. I'm pretty sure this is just going to be uncooked rice is my guess on it. Combine 1 cup of rice with 2 cups of water, 1 teaspoon margarine, and 1 teaspoon salt, and it tells you how to boil it. So it says best if used within 5 years, but I bet this is going to be very good. I mean, it's just rice in an aluminum can. So I was happy to grab that. And then they had oats here too. I forgot to show you. This is coming off, but this is the same thing, just quick oats. In a number 10 can, they had about 5 of these. So I grabbed one of those, and then I grabbed the rice one as well. And then they had some rigatoni. They had about 10 of these on there, which is Best By 22, so it's not that past its Best By date. And I love rigatoni. I think this is great pasta to make something that soaks up the sauce. And look, this even looks like there's pumpkin in it. Maybe we'll make pumpkin. I don't know. I feel like you need a meaty sauce or a cheesy sauce to go into the rigatoni. So I grabbed 2 containers of those, as well as they had some past the Best By date that they could put out packets of mac and cheese. Sorry, caught it with my face. It's fine. Oh, they had a bag of coffee. I don't know why this was on the shelf. It could be because it doesn't have an expiration date. Sometimes if there's no best by date at all, then they can't put it out because they don't know if it's still good. Even though this is probably perfectly still good, that's why I grabbed it, they can't put it out on the shelf for the customers to get. So it goes to the volunteers and they can eat it at their own risk. So this was nice. This was aromas of milk chocolate and caramel, followed by flavors of berry, vanilla, and notes of black tea. Acidic, well-balanced body with a smooth finish. Sounds pretty good to me. So what I'm gonna do is throw this in the freezer, and then I'm gonna use my blender to ground up the whole beans since I don't have a coffee grinder. And then they had a can of these crispy fried onions that are a little bit too past the best by date to put out, 2019, so not that bad at all. I can just eat this whole thing by itself. So happy to grab that. And then my big one was they had 10 pounds of powdered sugar. Or I'm sorry, 7 pounds? 7 pounds of powdered sugar. This is amazing. This works so well with, for the baking season coming up and making cookies or fudges or whatever. Like here's powdered sugar cookies. 2 cups butter, flavor shortening. Oh, that already sounds healthy. Probably could just use butter. Powdered sugar is wonderful to have on hand. And that completes my haul for this week. I am super thankful for everything that I received from the food bank. I really don't know what my family would do without it. All right, so let's get this food put up and then we'll make something. Did I show you the little pack of soap as well? They had a bunch of these on there where you could grab one of these, or they had laundry soap. So I grabbed the dish soap. It's apple too. So now I have one less replacement I have to do. So that was fun to grab. All right, everybody, I am back. We ate some lunch. It was delicious. The food actually wasn't too bad. The kids ate it up, so that was good. I gave them some of the carrots and a fruit cocktail I made, so they liked that. Of course, they had to have it with ranch. That is definitely a food category, right? Ranch. So I decided I'm gonna be making a Christmas cake. So I printed this recipe off just to give it a try. It's super simple ingredients: eggs, sugar, butter, vanilla, flour, and cranberries. Can't go wrong with that. So what I am going to do is whip that up and we'll see how it tastes. I do have my KitchenAid here to help me out. Now there are no leavenings in this, which means there's no baking soda or baking powder. So you may be wondering, how is the cake going to rise? And what we're going to do is we're going to whip the eggs with the sugar for about 5 minutes until it doubles in size, and kind of when you pick it up, it can do like a ribbon effect to it. And that is what's going to make your cake rise. So let's get 3 eggs in here. All right, 3 eggs, and then 2 cups of sugar. And we let this beat. All right, it's been 5 minutes. You see how that kind of folds down into a ribbon? That's exactly what we're looking for. So at this point, we are going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Finish that one off. And then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of butter, so 1½ sticks. All right, let's beat that for a couple more minutes till incorporated. This has been going for about a minute, but I'm gonna stop and scrape the sides. All right, and then we'll go for 1 more minute, and then we'll add the flour. I'm gonna turn it down to stir, and we're just going to slowly add in the flour here. Turn this off. I'm going to use the same spatula I had before, and we're going to finish mixing this by hand. All right, let's add in our 12 ounces of cranberries. This is going to be a very thick dough, or batter, I should say. any kind of pan you would like. You can use a 9x13 to make a whole cake. You could even do this in an aluminum pan with a lid. Well, don't bake it with the lid, but you can do it with an aluminum pan to give as a gift. So that way, whenever it cools, you can put the lid on it, and then they don't have to worry about giving you your pan back. I'm going to use this round baker's pan. All right, let's push it down a bit. Yes. All right, that's in there. Now I have some sanding sugar. I'm just going to put on top to make a nice little crunch. This is not necessary, but I like doing this on top of muffins. So that way when you bake it, it adds a good crunch, especially if you're going to be doing a cake that doesn't have an icing like this one. All right. So let's throw this in 350. We're going to do 35 minutes and then we'll check it. Speaking of Christmas, we decided to purchase a Christmas tree this year, and we wanted to take you guys along with us. So we're hopping in the car and we're headed down to our local IGA where the Boy Scouts are selling some Christmas trees. So let's pick out the best one.
Well, today we're choosing the Christmas tree.
Oh, they're all wild. These are wild ones.
Wow.
The ones down there are a farm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. These are wild. That's why they're
Individually priced. Nice.
too big for our house.
Yeah, last year we had that problem. Had to nick off the tip there. Oh, here's a grand fir.
Do you need any help?
Not yet. You need a few. We'll see.
Yeah, we're looking for one. Thank you.
Side.
Well, I think I know which one is short enough for our house.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah. Well, we could probably go a little taller.
a little taller? We probably would have been like taller, you say. What about it?
Whoa, that one's pretty tall.
A bit taller, you say.
Tree.
Big old thing.
Oh, we chosen one. Give her a hug. We're bringing him home. And just like that, we have a beautifully decorated Christmas tree with all of our ornaments from last year. And then with all that snow, the kids decided to make their own Olaf. So they had a lot of fun out there making a snowman. So thanks for coming along with us. And just like that, we have a beautiful cranberry Christmas cake. You can see the cranberries have popped here. Look at those little bursts of juice there. It's nice and crunchy. Whoop, poking it. So we're gonna let this cool down for a bit, and then we'll break into it, give it a try. All right guys, now that the cake is out of the oven, I'm going to get this pumpkin ready to go in there. I'm gonna be using my Nakano chef knife. Now guys, this is still on sale for Christmas, and if you use my code, you get 30% off. It makes a great Christmas gift for the culinary cook in your life. So we're gonna make sure that we grab this well, and then I'm going to kind of go in quarters, is my plan here. Very cool. So there's one. Wow. Look at how beautifully that handled that cut. Alright, let's scoop out the guts. And there's one. Shoot. Oh, this is gonna fit. That's a big one. I got all 4 ends of this all gutted. It can all fit on the rack. So let's throw this in a 350-degree oven. And we're gonna let this roast for probably an hour. And then we'll see if we can let it cool down and puree it. So So I'm gonna get all this goobly gop rinsed off. I don't know if I'm going to save and eat these or if we're just gonna give these to the chickens. Pumpkin and pumpkin seeds are a really good dewormer for animals. So this is a great way to help utilize this, is just to give it to our chickens. Let's get a slice of that cake though and try it while we're waiting on the pumpkin. Our Christmas cranberry cake has cooled down a bit. So let's cut some out and try it.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Whoops. That's pretty good to me.
Maybe we can put some Christmas sprinkles on it, because you said it's Christmas, right?
Yeah, well that's why the cranberries, because it's Christmassy.
Oh.
And it's sprinkles too? Who put sprinkles in everything?
Yeah, it's because it's better with sprinkles.
Alright, let's give this a try. Mmm. 2 cups of sugar seems like a lot, but the cranberries are tart. Oh, they're cooked so perfectly. They just kind of dissolve in your mouth. The cake part looks really good. Really moist, flaky.
I don't know what the last one is.
The sugar on top makes it super crunchy. Yum. All right, I'm gonna eat this up and I'll bring you back when the pumpkin's ready. After an hour, I turned off the oven and let it continue cooking and sitting in there for another hour. Then I pulled it out and let it cool overnight. Roasting it makes it super soft, so it's easy to just rip the shell off of it. I'm gonna throw it in my KitchenAid food processor here and just kind of get it nice and pureed. I've never pureed homemade pumpkin before, but it seems easy enough. You either roast it or boil it and throw it in a blender or a food processor. I did scrape and push it down to make sure I got any lumps out. There were still a few in here and there, but I did this with all of the pumpkin, and I'll show you how much I got. After all that squash got pureed, we have about 8 quarts of pureed pumpkin. Wow, that is way more than I was anticipating. But that was a lot of pumpkin. That pumpkin was pretty thick, pretty dense. I did not give it a try yet, so let's give it a try, see how it tastes. Tastes like pumpkin. I know usually you want sweet pumpkin with like pumpkin pies and stuff, but this has that pumpkin flavor. I mean, maybe I'll do some sweet pies as well and then I can compare the taste. But this just tastes like pumpkin. It definitely needs some salt because I didn't put anything on it. I just roasted it as is. I'm probably going to either vacuum seal this or see if I can throw this in my freeze dryer. Pumpkin puree freezes beautifully. I'm not going to do that quite yet though. We're going to take a break and then we'll do that later. But thank you for coming along and seeing what I got at my local food bank and how I utilized it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time on Mama Baird's.
Mom, look.
Okay.
What paint over there?
Oh yeah.
What's this? I can totally make it all the way to that side. Let's leave.